friends, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Bridget and I make home and DIY videos every week here on YouTube. My goal is to inspire you with creative ways to make your home reflect your personal style on a budget. If that's your thing, make sure to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to stay in the loop. Also, feel free to check out my Instagram page at bybridgetdiy for more tips and tricks. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna be real with you for a sec. Sometimes when I go thrifting for items to repurpose, I have a lot of success, and other times I come home empty-handed. This week, I went around to 4 different thrift stores and found a grand total of 1 item. But I'm really excited to show you what I got and the final result of what I transformed it into, so let's check it out. When I saw this metal bowl at the thrift store, I knew it had potential, and today I'll be making it into a pendant light for my office. It cost me just over $7, which I felt was fair for how sturdy it is. My first step is to wrap the top section in macrame cord. Eventually, I'm going to be wrapping it in a specific design, but for now, I'm just wrapping it in a regular spiral to help me eyeball how much cord I'll need in all. I ended up wrapping the top section about 1.5 layers, but I actually ended up with a decent amount of extra cord, so I'd recommend just wrapping it 1 layer deep. You could leave your cord natural if you'd like, but I wanted it to blend in a bit more with the metal bowl, so I'm mixing about 1/4 cup of salt into a bowl of hot water and adding in a few tablespoons of black Rit Dye. After giving it a good stir, I'm adding in my macrame cord and pushing it down into the dye with a spoon while mixing until it's fully saturated. I allowed it to soak for over an hour before using a paper towel to squeeze out excess water from my cord and hanging it up to dry overnight. I'm using E6000 glue to adhere one end of the cord to one of the metal spokes at what will become the top of our pendant light. I secured it in place with a small clothespin just to ensure it didn't shift while the glue dried. Now I'm pulling the cord from the outside of the neighboring spoke into the center of the bowl before feeding it back around the spoke to the outside again. I'm repeating this process all the way around the base of the bowl. Here's what it should look like after the first few wraps. When the entire base of the bowl is covered, I'm securing the cord again with E6000 glue and pressing it firmly against the metal spoke before trimming off the excess. As you can see, I've created a macrame barrier that will conceal the hardware I use to hang it later. I've marked the spot on the ceiling where I want the light to be centered, and I'm pre-drilling a hole and adding a drywall anchor for extra stability. Next, I'm screwing in a small cup hook. To secure the pendant to the cup hook, I'm using 2 small zip ties, but not pulling them tight just yet. The zip ties will loop onto the cup hook as shown with my fingers here. Once they're hanging from the hook, I'm going back and forth between the 2 zip ties and tightening them to make the light flush to the ceiling. When I'm satisfied with the positioning, I'm trimming off the tail of each zip tie. make this light completely free of cords, I'll be using a puck light in the center. I added the adhesive backing that came with the light, as well as a very generous amount of Gorilla hot glue before holding it in place. My arm got a little tired, so I temporarily added one more large zip tie to keep the pressure while the glue dried. And that wraps up this DIY pendant light thrift flip. I feel like puck lights are one of the most underrated home decor lighting hacks, and I loved using one to create a pendant light that has absolutely no electrical wiring or cords whatsoever. The light is controlled by a remote that you can use to adjust the brightness and color, and even to have it auto shut off after a certain length of time. I'll make sure to link this puck light as well as the other materials for this video in the description down below. I actually refinished the frame of this painting I thrifted earlier this year before I started my YouTube channel, and now this statement piece of artwork gets the attention it deserves with its own literal spotlight. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I really loved how today's project came out, and I hope you feel inspired to try some thrift flips of your own. I know it's pretty unlikely that you'll find the exact bowl I used in today's video at your thrift store, but you can use these same techniques on a woven basket or similar items that are easy to come by. Happy thrifting, and I'll see you next time!